When I first skimmed through the video, I was genuinely shocked at how bad this video is. So, enjoy.
6 dinosaurs that could defeat a T-Rex.
Just like in Brightside's video, that is not how you spell a T-Rex. T dot, and then not capital letter, R-E-X.
Any of the predatory dinosaurs known as tyrannosaurs.
Any of the predators known as tyrannosaurs. What do you mean? Okay.
Lived from the late Jurassic period.
Tyrannosauroidea, right? They lived from the Middle Jurassic to late Cretaceous, 166 million to 66 million years ago.
About 150 million years ago, to the end of the Cretaceous period, about 65 million years ago.
66 million years ago.
When they reached their high point of dominance. Tyrannosaurus rex, T-Rex for short, is also arguably the most iconic. T-Rex continues to hold the title King of the Dinosaurs thanks to a prominent role in the Jurassic Park film series.
The T-Rex got its name not because it's in Jurassic Park franchise. No sane paleontologist would think of that.
And a well-known exhibit at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City, among many other notable pop culture moments.
At this point, what are you even talking about? The video's title is 6 dinosaurs that could defeat a T-Rex. Please get into it.
In fact, the animal's name means King of the Tyrant Lizards. Tyranno means tyrant in Greek, Saurus means lizard in Greek, and Rex translates to king in Latin. The animal would have stood more than
Huh? I dozed off for a second. What happened? Okay, let's get back to the video.
21 feet, 6.5 meters.
This is the T-Rex standing upright. As you can see, look at this.
Tall if it had stood upright, but the normal posture was horizontal, with the body parallel to the ground and the tail held off the ground.
Is this T-Rex model from a random obscure game or something that I haven't heard of?
As a counterbalance. A large adult weighing 9,000 to 15,000 pounds.
Which is still too small. It likely weighed around 8 to 9 metric tons on average. Sue and Scotty are bigger.
4,000 to 7,000 kilograms. Could stand 46 feet, 14 meters tall.
Are you kidding me? The T-Rex is 14 meters tall. And are you implying that the T-Rex is even longer? Hold on, let me do some math. So the fake T-Rex is 14 meters tall. Sue is around 3.66 to 3.96 meters tall at the hips. I'm going to estimate the T-Rex's height at the head, 4 meters. Then using the real length, which is 12.4 meters, by doing this equation, we get that the T-Rex is 43.4 meters long. If we apply the 4 to 7 tons this dude gave to this 43.4 meter long T-Rex, this T-Rex should have been less than a skeleton. That's how ridiculously wrong this statement is.
In this position. Number 6, Triceratops.
Okay, so the list actually starts off not too bad. We got Triceratops that is able to gore a T-Rex.
In a fight, a Triceratops can defeat a T-Rex. The T-Rex is taller, longer, and more deadly with its killing instincts.
The Triceratops is equipped with meter-long horns, and with the T-Rex's vulnerable body posture, the Triceratops can easily gore a T-Rex.
But it is helpless if knocked over. Perhaps no other creature is better suited to bowling over and killing a T-Rex than the Triceratops.
Good job! You made the Ankylosaurus cry in the corner. Probably even Edmontosaurus as well, but Edmontosaurus doesn't have those horns nor the club tail. It still uses its entire body as a weapon, though. It's less likely to win against a T-Rex than a Trike or Anky, but the Edmontosaurus will not go down without a fight.
If these two creatures were to fight on an open plain, The fight would start with a charge toward each other, because that is all the Triceratops knows how to do.
Okay, so a more realistic scenario is that both try and intimidate each other at first.
Because the Triceratops is heavier and faster, it clashes with the T-Rex with much greater force.
The Triceratops was actually smaller than the T-Rex.
When compared to the bipedal, unwieldy T-Rex, the Triceratops is quadrupedal and much more balanced on the ground. T-Rex is knocked over, and the Triceratops drives 2 4-feet horns.
What? Are you reading a script or something? Or are you too lazy to bother correcting yourself of your mistakes? I have no idea. This video is basically Brightside's video, but different.
Into its lungs, heart, viscera, or head, while it's fruitlessly trying to get up. The T-Rex tries to fight back, but the Triceratops's horns pierce right through it. Not that the T-Rex couldn't kill this dinosaur. It would just have to approach it from a different direction than head-on.
At least the dude actually acknowledges that, and actually gets straight to the point. Triceratops could defeat a T-Rex. This part of the video, probably the only part where the video is based.
Number 5. Spinosaurus.
Look at this absolute monstrosity of a Spino. Super outdated. Along with that, pronate wrists. Whatever hell is this Spino? This is not a Spinosaurus. This is an abomination.
Spinosaurus
Look at this outdated Spino with pronate wrist 2.0.
was a massive and extremely powerful predator, possibly the world's longest theropod dinosaur. But Spinosaurus was highly specialized for the killing of fish, so that depends on where the fight occurs.
Okay, so in the land, the T-Rex pummels the Spino. If on shallow waters, the Spino would put up a good fight. However, the T-Rex would still win most of the time.
The T-Rex would undoubtedly win on land, while the Spinosaurus would certainly win in the water.
Certain? It doesn't even win in shallow waters. It probably only wins in deep waters. Even then, the T-Rex would simply escape, knowing that the waters would be too risky.
Spinosaurus was a fish eater. Catching fish requires a considerable amount of agility and quickness, and it was certainly well armed. T-Rex, on the other hand, was well adapted for land maneuvering and overpowering. In the water, the king of the dinosaurs is out of its element.
Even then, the T-Rex could swim quite well. It just didn't need to swim, in most cases.
And may not know
Outdated Spino with pronate wrist 3.0. When can this stop?
notice the far superior equipped Spinosaurus approaching in time for an effective bite. This would be a difficult fight, and both predators would most likely avoid it.
Okay, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. This guy gets straight to the point of the title. How a creature could defeat a T-Rex. Not Brightside's clickbait shenanigans, where they're spitting out facts that have nothing to do with the title itself.
Tyrannosaurus would most likely die of blood loss a few hours after the battle.
It would still count as a T-Rex victory if the Spinosaurus dies first.
Anyway, the Spinosaurus had the power to defeat a T-Rex.
No, it didn't most of the time. Besides, its neck posture makes it vulnerable to a T-Rex bite, making the battle actually quite unfair. It would be fun to watch, but it would not be fair.
Number 4. Giganotosaurus.
Hate to break it to you, it does not defeat a T-Rex.
The fight between a Giganotosaurus and a Tyrannosaurus Rex would be a brutal affair, but it would come down to several factors that give one creature the edge over the other. The Giganotosaurus had a lean, pointed tail, which probably contributed to its agility and ability to make quick, sharp turns. Both dinosaurs have a similar design, but they are not closely related.
Glad that the dude acknowledges this. Like, Giganotosaurus and T-Rex are not closely related at all.
Giganotosaurus was the top predator in its environment and most likely hunted in groups, not only to hunt large prey, but also to care for their young.
They probably hunted in loose gangs instead of packs. Also, how would that help in a 1v1 fight?
Giganotosaurus has one of the largest skulls of any land carnivore, and a powerful bite.
Now this video is slowly becoming a bright side clone. Also, what is with Jurassic World Dominion Giganotosaurus? Jurassic World Dominion Giganotosaurus is some of the most awesome bro designs I've ever seen.
Though not as powerful as Tyrannosaurus rex. Even though the Tyrannosaurus rex is tougher and has a better chance of winning 65% of the time, the Giganotosaurus has a chance and should not be underestimated.
Okay, so 6 dinosaurs that could defeat a T-Rex. And this is... I don't know what to say about this, you know? This dude acknowledges that the T-Rex would win against the Giganotosaurus most of the time. Yet he put Giganotosaurus in the list. That is in a video with a title called 6 Dinosaurs That Could Defeat a T-Rex. I have no idea what to say.
Being a comparable size, Giganotosaurus would definitely win the fight sometimes.
Okay, so the T-Rex wins most of the time because it is stronger bite, of course, it is smarter, it has better senses all around, binocular vision, bigger, it just has the better fundamentals.
Number 3. Carcharodontosaurus.
No, it could not defeat a T-Rex. The T-Rex would bleed out, definitely. But the Carcharodontosaurus would die first, and that would still count as a T-Rex victory. And if a Giganotosaurus cannot beat a T-Rex most of the time, how would a Carcharodontosaurus be able to?
Carcharodontosaurus is also considered one of the largest land predators of all time, measuring approximately 45 feet, 13 meters in length.
The Carcharodontosaurus is more likely about 12 meters in length and has a concave-like model.
It was the dominant predator during its time on Earth.
The dominant predator during its time on Earth. Do you mean the dominant predator at its time, at its place? Also, depends on what you meant dominant predator. There was also Spinosaurus, although both did not compete with each other because they both occupied different niches, and they were allowed to live and coexist peacefully because they served different niches and they did not compete with each other.
It had larger forearms than T-Rex and was a formidable opponent.
How would larger forearms help against a T-Rex's massive bite force? Besides, why would it want to use its hands anyway to defeat a T-Rex? It could just simply land a lethal bite, and let the T-Rex bleed out. Even though the T-Rex will still win. At least the T-Rex bleeds out after a bit.
Both dinosaurs would put up a good fight, but Carcharodontosaurus would likely win due to its larger size and stronger arms than the T-Rex.
Your reasons to justify the Carcharodontosaurus winning against the T-Rex is just redonkulous. Carcharodontosaurus is smaller than the T-Rex in terms of mass. Its arms wouldn't even help the Carcharodontosaurus at all.
In addition, the Carcharodontosaurus had sharper teeth, a longer jaw, and superior speed and agility. Also, because weight is an important factor.
Why don't you use Monsters Resurrected Carcharodontosaurus? You're using Planet Dinosaur Carcharodontosaurus, which is not very accurate in comparison to the Monsters Resurrected Carcharodontosaurus, at least.
Carcharodontosaurus being heavier.
No. Just no.
Would have somewhat equaled the T-Rex's better defined musculature. Number 2. Argentinosaurus.
100% yes. Why didn't you mention Alamosaurus as well? Any sauropod that is large enough and has their neck position safe from the T-Rex's bite proximity would win 100% of the time simply by crushing the T-Rex under their own weight.
The herbivorous sauropod.
What is this you're showing? A brachiosaurid.
Pod dinosaur Argentinosaurus was the largest and heaviest land animal that ever lived.
It wasn't even the longest dinosaur from what I remember, but it is definitely the largest by far.
During the Cretaceous period,
What is this? Apatosaurus? Brontosaurus? I don't know what it is, but this doesn't look like an Argentinosaurus to me.
urbanized on the island continent of South America. Because it is much larger, the Argentinosaurus will undoubtedly win. A fully grown adult Argentinosaurus is no match for a T-Rex.
What do you mean no match for a T-Rex? I think you meant a fully grown Argentinosaurus would 100% defeat a T-Rex by crushing it under its own weight.
Because the sauropod weighed 70 to 80 tons, it could easily rear up on its hind legs and crush a T-Rex underfoot.
Wouldn't even need to rear up its hind legs.
The Rex's bones would shatter and its guts would spill out. Another issue is that the T-Rex
Look at this goofy sauropod. Totally an Argentinosaurus and not just some random sauropod that the dude searched on Google.
would have difficulty reaching for the Argentinosaurus's neck because its posture is similar to that of a giraffe, allowing it to hold its head high. A T-Rex would also be vulnerable to the long neck's massive tail.
Doesn't even need to whip its tail to defeat the T-Rex. The Argentinosaurus could just simply crush the T-Rex under its foot,
which would have no trouble brutally wounding the mighty theropod. Number 1. Ankylosaurus.
Ah, nice. So, 3 agreeable ones. That's cool. However, I'm saddened because the Montosaurus and Shantungosaurus were ignored. To be fair, the Montosaurus has a lesser chance of beating a T-Rex than a T-Rex beating a Montosaurus. Shantungosaurus, on the other hand, well, it could beat T-Rex more times. But this model, as you can see here, is absolutely redonkulous for Anky. This looks more like a Euplocephalus.
Ankylosaurus has many advantages over its hunter. This offers sufficient protection against the Tyrannosaurus's bite. The Ankylosaurus also has a more offensive weapon in the form of its tail club. With the beast's superior turning speed, this club has the potential to shatter bone.
Its armor will protect the Anky, not to mention its flat posture that could prevent the T-Rex from flipping it over. It could also turn its tail and shatter the T-Rex's bones. The T-Rex's best shot is to go for the head, just like Thanos said.
One strike would put a Tyrannosaur out of hunting for a very long while and could possibly kill it. As you can see, the Ankylosaurus was not too small to deal with the Tyrannosaur. Being low to the ground provided the creature
An Anky galloping like this is absolutely ridiculous. Did you all learn it from Jurassic World Evolution?
with a few advantages. To begin with, the Tyrannosaurus would have to bend over to land a bite, giving the Ankylosaurus time to strike with its tail. Second, the Tyrannosaurus would struggle to bend low enough to target a leg.
I do see the point of T-Rex targeting an Anky's leg to disable it, but the Anky flat posture and its defensive instincts will deter the T-Rex from being able to target Anky's leg.
As a result, the Ankylosaurus appears to be well equipped to deal with its predator. If we look at a fight-to-the-death situation, things will play out in the Ankylosaurus's favor, with the only difference being that the armored beast will bash the Tyrannosaurus with its club to kill it, even after it has knocked it down.
That is the end of the video. I don't know what to say about this video, to be honest. Okay. So this video has some good parts, like the Anky shown here. However, this also has some awful parts, like the Spino, like the Carcharodontosaurus, Giganotosaurus. At least the dude got straight to the point most of the time, unlike Brightside, who's just spitting out useless facts. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.